Hello, people who may be watching this video. Not exactly sure who you might be, since I don't know if I'm gonna do anything with this video yet. I might upload it to YouTube, in which case, hey, YouTubers, or it might sit on my computer for 1,000 years and be found by some archaeologist in the future, in which case, welcome. This is Minecraft. Deal with it. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing we can call it a let's play video. It's not exactly the right word to use, but it's a playthrough video of me playing Minecraft on hardcore mode, really with not much ultimate purpose. I don't know if I'll try to beat the game or anything, kill the Ender Dragon or whatever, but I'm pretty much just gonna go until I die. Alright, so I got Minecraft loaded up here, yay. Got the LB photorealism texture pack going here. It's pretty awesome. I like it. And I have Pirate Speak selected as my language as opposed to English or the standard or whatever, because Pirate Speak is funny. So let me get rid of this, and we can go ahead and get this crap started. Just gonna call it hardcore, and we are gonna play on Captain mode. According to Pirate Speak language, it's hardcore. That's what it is. So we're gonna play it. Whoa. What just happened? Oh, did I hit back? Oh, that was fail. Okay. Alright, there we go. Captain, hardcore, whatever. Okay, so let's load this, and I'll try to get through the first day for this video, just get some basics done, and yeah. Okay, looks like we're starting in a forest type area. Pretty nice. Alright, so first things first, punch a tree, as usual. Perfect Minecraft sense. We punch trees. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna try to take this tree down fully. And then at this point, a lot of people would probably just, keep hitting trees, but I prefer to go ahead and make this into planks and then create a crafting bench. I do this a lot earlier than a lot of people I know play this game, but there's a reason for that. It works pretty well, in my opinion. My method. See, a lot of people just start basically committing, deforestation crap by hand. And it's not exactly the quickest or best way to go about things in any manner, and I just wasted time with that one. Got it. Alright. So now that I've got that done, I'm gonna dig downward. Generally about 4 blocks below nearly any ground surface that's around sea level, you'll find stone. That's what I'm after here. Stone tools are pretty much the basis of everything in Minecraft. So I just want to mine some stone. About 20 blocks is usually what I start out with. Yeah. This is starting to sound very tutorial-y, which I'd like to say a disclaimer now. This is not a tutorial video. It's not what it's designed as. It's not what it is. It's pretty much just me playing through hardcore mode. I might give some pointers along the way just to avoid having dead silence here. But yeah, it's not meant to be a tutorial video. I'll probably be going over some general strategy stuff, but I'm not really explaining like, okay, this is how you build a crafting table, you put this here and do that, blah blah blah. No. You want that, go somewhere else, but I'll try to keep this entertaining. Alright, so now that I've got some stone, I'm going to use it to create an axe. And then let the deforestation begin. With axe in hand, I go to cut down trees. Generally a full stack of wood, 64. It'd be pretty good to start out with. Should keep you going for a couple days. And I wouldn't waste time on it the first day because you don't have a lot of time at all. But if you can replant these trees that you cut down, it's really nice. because, well, they'll grow back, and you don't have to, scour the land looking for trees. Uh, you really don't have time to be taking down all this brush to try to find saplings. But if one happens to fall, pick it up, like there's one there, and replant it if you can. This is not so much important. Hey, an apple. This is not so much important in the particular place that I started. I started in a forest, so, we have plenty of trees all around. But if you're in an area where trees are a little bit more hard to come by, it could be very important. Yeah, particularly if you start, like, on an island with very little trees or anything. That could warrant a different playstyle, which, yeah. Just kind of impossible to do a true, tutorial walkthrough type thing with this game because, you start in a different place every time. It's random unless you go with a seed, and, yeah, that takes a lot of the fun out of the game in my opinion, but, so, it's random. And it just takes some general knowledge about the game to be able to get through it. I mean, you can't really prepare for every situation. Just gotta roll with it and be able to sort of improvise. Alright, so still chopping trees. Oh look, more saplings and apples. Cool. Like I said, the brush, it will fall on its own. You don't have to really, or whatever it's called, the, like, leaf stuff that's left floating in the air. Yeah, you don't really have to worry about taking it down so much. But if you're not extremely pressed for time, you can retreat back to a safe place really quickly, then I would suggest to make sure you replant all the trees you cut. For now, that's not an extremely high priority. Yeah, it's looking about midday up there, the sun. So we gotta get crap going on the road. Oh, that's 64 exactly, cool. Yeah. Slow this tree down, blah 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 blah. Put more trees, slow them down. Yeah. Okay. And more apples. I'm getting a lot of apples from this. That's really nice, because, well, it makes it so I have to gather less food. Which is nice. I usually don't even worry about food on the first day. You can survive the first day without food. But getting 7 apples this early? Nice. Alright, looks like we're connected to a desert biome type over here. Or sort of. It's a desert with ponds and lakes, which is weird. But yeah, that's Minecraft for you. I'll go ahead and grab a block of stone here for purposes of later. And yeah, at this point, I'm going to throw down my crafting bench and create a furnace. Okay, now with furnace in hand, we're going to start creating coal, which is very, very important. This I am going to explain, because I didn't know it when I first started, and I wasted a couple games looking around for natural coal deposits. If you have sticks, you can use the sticks to burn stuff, but it's not nearly as efficient as using coal. And then you smelt raw wood, not the planks, raw wood, with the sticks or coal, and it will make coal. If you get what I'm saying, that's terrible at explaining things, but basically, coal comes out there, and there's a cow pushing me. Coal comes out there, and then I take the coal, and it lasts a lot longer than the sticks, and make more coal with it. Where's the freaking cow? Die. Okay. And now I have steak and apples. Yay. What a hearty meal. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and create a stone pickaxe. I'm going to need to mine for more stone in a minute. And I'm going to get a stone shovel as well. And we'll go with 2 stone shovels. Yeah. Okay. And now I'm gonna go ahead and use the rest of my stone and make swords. I like to keep, you know, more than one of this stuff so in case it breaks. Yeah. And now I'm just gonna dig. Once again, like I said before, I should be able to find stone within about 4 blocks or so. Hey, there it is. That almost always never fails. I mean, really. Okay. Alright. I didn't really keep an eye on the time before I went down here. I gotta make sure to do that. I'm gonna mine 20 blocks here and then go check the time. Because we should be getting close to nighttime in some manner or form, somewhere close. The sun is definitely on its descending journey, and we need to get, you know, safely bedded up for the night before it gets down. Okay, where are we at? I'm probably wasting time looking at this. Alright, it is in descending fashion. First night, I usually just make a cave somewhere. It seems to work. And I think I will do that tonight. Just make a cave and get in there and wait out the night. Saw some nice looking spots on the side of this like sand dune thing over here. Oh look, it's like a mountain of sand in the distance. Could be a nice mining spot in the future. Gotta remember to keep things in perspective in Minecraft. You know, you have the short term, I want to get a cave so I don't die tonight, but then there's the long term and it's out there. So yeah. It's right here, looks like a good spot. Where's my spade or rock shovel? Ooh, sandstone here. Not something I'm too particularly interested in, but it won't hurt. Oh wait, this was a dumb idea. That sand's just gonna fall. That was stupid. Screw it. Back over here. Crap. We gotta get indoors. Now. Oh, that was dumb and it wasted time. Crap. Screw it right here. Right here. Okay, now we're gonna make torches. I'm gonna leave one piece of coal just simply so I can make more coal using that. And I gotta get these torches up like quick. Really, really quickly. Otherwise we're gonna die. Due to stuff spawning. Okay, it's definitely not ideal. But it should work. At least for now. Yeah. Alright. It'll do. Okay. It doesn't really matter. There. Alright. Now the inside of this is basically finished. Yay. And this is gonna be my home for the first night. Like I've said before, definitely not ideal. However, it shall suffice for night 1. Torch up, yeah, okay. Where's my furnace? There's. Keep moving the shovel. Yeah. Okay, now I have beef. I don't want to use the whole thing of coal just to cook one piece of beef, but I will use it to make more coal. And I hear a spider. Yep, that's a spider. Okay, actually, I'm gonna smelt the sand. simply because I want a window in the top of my house. That way I can look up and see the moon at night, so I know when it's day. Because, you know, I don't want to go out during the day. And here's glass, which I honestly don't know if this is a glitch or this is just how glass looks like with this texture pack, but it looks weird. If anybody else has this texture pack, let me know if I'm experiencing a glitch. I heard something about a glitch involving glass, but I really don't know if this is it or not. Okay, there's some glass, and there's the spider. Yeah. I'm not going to worry too much about that spider right now, but it's still early in the night. And I still have things to do. Okay, so I'm going to create another sword. Generally, for exploring the mainland, I like to keep about 3 swords and then 2 pickaxes and 2 shovels on hand. I'll go ahead and create another stone pickaxe for that. If I was doing a major mining operation, mostly mining, I would have about 2 swords and then 4 of each of pickaxe and shovel. And I'd also like to keep a fresh hatchet, a rock, axe on hand if I'm doing overland exploration. Underground, you really don't need that too much because it cuts wood. I mean, not much wood growing underground, so yeah. And I'm just gonna, well, firstly, I'm gonna get half of this and create more planks. And then using these planks, going to create some chests. If you connect 2 chests together, it will form an extra large chest that has more than double the capacity of a regular chest. I'm pretty sure it's more than double. And I'll just store stuff in here. I'll put these together, yeah. Alright. Leather, definitely don't have enough to do anything with. I'll put the beef in there. I'll keep the apples on me. Throw the glass up there. Timber logs. I'll hold on to those for now. I'll keep everything else for now. I pretty much have just about everything I want to get done on day 1 here. Nearly everything. Going to create a fresh axe. I don't know how much more wood chopping we're going to be doing, but I like to keep one on me. I'm just going to start mining now at this point. Where is my window? There it is. Alright, the moon has passed midpoint, it looks like. Yeah, it's going down. Okay. So, I'm just going to start digging. Dig away. And that's generally how I like to do things in this game, is sort of explore the overland by day and hunt for food or farm. Eventually I want to farm, but initially I usually hunt, simply because it doesn't take as much time to have a finished product. Farming is far more sustainable in my opinion, unless you breed and then raise farm animals for slaughter or whatever, but I prefer just straight farming. Except chicken, because they give feathers, which are very useful for arrows. But yeah, in the immediate nature, other food sources like just hunting are better. If you can find cows, go with it, because their they're a great food source. And in addition to that, they also have leather, of course, which can provide armor, such. Lowest quality armor in the game, but it's better than nothing, especially at first. Because to get any higher quality, you're going to have to mine a decent bit. And mining can be dangerous if you run into caves and such. And caves are usually where you get the best stuff. So mining can be dangerous. And we are on hardcore mode. So, you know, once I die, it's over. I gotta keep that in mind. Don't do anything stupid. Yeah. And hopefully I'll have a very long and prosperous video series. If not, if I do something stupid, then, well, it'll be a very short video series. But whatever. That's the purpose of this, to capture all of my failures as well as my successes. Show trials and the overcoming of trials. I mean to get philosophical here, but that's really why I want to show everything and not just, the cool parts. Yeah. It's not all fun and games in Minecraft. There are some troubles. There are some times when things don't go right, And I want to show all of that in addition to the full diamond chestplate. I want to show screwing up and trying to build a cave under sand and having it fall on top of you and then nearly being left out in the night. Okay, well, it looks like it's about morning time, and I'm gonna cut the video off here and probably start another one up. Well, thanks for watching.